Imagine automating your most tedious tasks, freeing up time for what truly matters. That's the power of AI, and we're about to unlock it together. Welcome to the premiere episode of our new series, Automate with Agentforce. I'm Jennifer Lee, Lead Admin Evangelist at Salesforce, and I'm beyond excited to guide you through this journey. We'll explore how automation tools from Salesforce and MuleSoft can unlock the full potential of AI, including Agentforce. Today, we're diving deep into Agentforce for admins, and we're not just talking theory. We're going to show you exactly how to make it work for you. In this episode, you'll witness Agentforce in action through practical, real-world application, and our expert guest will provide the insider tips that you need to hit the ground running fast. Get ready to transform your admin experience. Joining me today is Nadina Lisbon. She is a CRM enterprise architect, a Salesforce CTA, and a seasoned expert in automation and AI strategies. Nadina, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Jen.
So here's what we're going to cover. We're unleashing Agentforce, demystifying the power. We're going to cut through the jargon. We'll deliver a crystal clear breakdown of Agentforce, revealing exactly how it supercharges your admin capabilities and why it's your new must-have tool. Forget about hypothetical scenarios. We're going to dive into compelling, relatable use case, showcasing precisely how Agentforce seamlessly integrates into your daily workflow, transforming complexity into streamlined efficiency. And we're going to witness the magic in Nadina's Agentforce Masterclass. So prepare to be amazed by our expert guest, Nadina, who will take us through a live demo. And you'll witness Agentforce in its full glory, complete with insider tips and tricks that will elevate your skills to the next level. And we're going to maximize your Agentforce impact. We'll equip you with a powerhouse of actionable tips and best practices, empowering you to leverage Agentforce to its fullest potential and drive immediate tangible results. Okay, admins, before we unleash Nadina's expertise, let's demystify Agentforce and talk about why it's about to become your new best friend. So imagine having an AI-powered assistant right within Agentforce, seamlessly integrated into your flow of work. That's Agentforce. It's Salesforce's intelligent AI assistant, harnessing advanced machine learning and natural language processing to automate the mundane, predict the future, and empower you with data-driven brilliance. So you can say goodbye to those repetitive tasks. Agentforce updates records, creates follow-ups, and handles the grunt work, leaving you free to focus on what matters. Now get intelligent insights real time, right when you need them, empowering you to make informed decisions on the fly. Now it's a predictive powerhouse. Enhance your decision-making with predictive analytics, anticipating outcomes, and staying one step ahead of the game. So why does it matter to you admins? It's all about operational efficiency amplified. So streamline your operations by slashing that manual work and freeing up precious time and resources. Supercharge your productivity and reclaim your time for strategic initiatives, allowing you to drive innovation and make a real impact. Agentforce isn't just a tool, it's your partner in admin excellence. So now that we set the stage, let's see Agentforce in action. I'm going to hand things off to Nadina, who will walk us through a hands-on demo. Take it away, Nadina.
Thank you so much, Jen. And hello, awesome admins. So today I'm going to show you a simple yet powerful Agentforce agent for your service agent. This agent will compose of a flow that I created, a custom topic, as well as a custom action so that you can do case lookup, verify the customer, as well as leave case comments. Now, without further ado, let me get into the demo. So you'll see here that I'm in setup currently. And one of the first things that you have to do when it comes to Agentforce is you have to make sure that you actually turn it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Einstein Generative AI. And I'm going to go to Einstein Setup. And I want to make sure that it's turned on. as well as I'm going to go to Agentforce agents and make sure Agentforce is turned on. These two powerful toggles enable us to use our agents as well as the Einstein generative AI capabilities. Once we have that on, all that's left is to now go and build our agent. So we're going to go ahead and hit new agent. And we're going to create an Agentforce service agent. Now I'm going to create the custom topic for this because I want it to be very specific to our use case. So I'll go ahead and remove these other topics. Now you'll see here that we have our agent called Agentforce Service Agent. So I'm just going to change the name slightly and call it our Customer Service Agent. And then we'll look at the description and then the role. So the role is important because it tells us what we want our agent to do. So that looks okay. I'm just going to update it slightly. So right here, when we talk about the job, helping our guests with case management, which includes updating the cases and adding case comments. And then for our company information, I'm going to use the Coral Cloud Resort because that's the one everyone's familiar with. But of course, you put in your company's information. It's important to add specifics around what your company does in the company information. Now, for the agent user, we're going to go ahead and let it create a new agent user for us. And we're going to go ahead and hit next. We don't have any data sources, and we're going to hit create. Now you'll see that we are in the agent builder. So let's go ahead and create a topic. So we'll say new topic. And we need to describe exactly what we want our topic to do. As I mentioned, I wanted to do case management, but specifically around finding the contact, doing case comments, and looking up any cases that we might need. So we'll go ahead and hit next. And now you'll see here that we have our classification description, determining what our agent should do, as well as the overall scope, which tells our agent what we want, and then our instructions. So these instructions are very powerful. It allows us to really be specific with our agent. So it's important that we look over what has been generated, as well as make tweaks to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just look over these topics. So we see here that we want the agent to update our case comments, which is good. Get as much detail as possible. And then have it look up the agent, have it look up any escalations if we need that. And we can always create new instructions if we need to, but for now, we'll leave these instructions that we have. And we won't add any specific topics because we're going to create a new custom action. So we have our main topic, we have our scope, we have our instructions, and now we need our topic actions. Now, when you go to topic actions, you'll see a couple of different selections. We can create a new action, which is a custom action. We can add from the asset library, or we can even go out on the agent exchange. Now, what I want to do is first, I'm going to create a custom action that specifically looks up or contact by the email address. So what I did was I created a flow, and this flow specifically, we'll just quickly walk through it, is that based on the customer's email address, it will look up that specific customer. And then we have some specific variables that we'll assign: first name, last name, email, phone, etc., and the ID. So let's go ahead and do a new action, and we will say flow, and we're going to find that specific flow. And then for the API name, we'll just say blind contact underscore email. Now for the specific agent actions for this flow, what we want to do is find the contact by the email. So we'll add that information in. We'll also take off the show loading text. And then for the specific input, let's say get email address for contact. So now for the contact email, so let's go ahead and add stores contact email, and then we'll show that in the conversation, as well as let's go ahead and add the details for the first name. We'll also show that in the conversation. And for the contact ID specifically, we have the information here, but we won't show that in the conversation. And we'll do the last name. And boom. Okay, once everything, we also have to also make sure that for the inputs, we check these two boxes, require the input and collect the data from the user. Let's just make sure we have everything else. Now, once everything looks good, we'll go ahead and hit finish. Now that I have my custom action added, I'm also going to add 2 standard actions. So first I'll do the add case comment action, and then I'll also do the get contact by email. And we may have to search for that one. Okay, so we have our get case by case number, and then we have our add case comment. And if for some reason you see your actions disappear, don't worry, it happens to me all the time. I just go back and then I will see them here. Now, before I even start to test this, what I want to do is make sure that we actually have the right level of access for our actions so that we don't have any errors. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit view setup, and then we're going to go to user permissions, and then we'll click our user. And so this is the user that we set up as we were creating our Agentforce agent. So then what we'll do is we'll click on the customer service agent permissions. And click on the object settings. And then let's go ahead and make sure we have enough permissions for our agents to do their work. So let's go ahead and hit edit on cases, and we're going to give it read, create edit, and then view all fields. And then we'll go ahead and do the same on contact. Okay, so once we've now given our agent the correct access, we can go ahead and let's test it out. So let me start with looking up the customer. So I'm going to type in this message. Can you look up a customer for me? So based on that, now it's asking for the customer's email address. So we'll go ahead and use a customer that I know is in the org. So let's see if I can find Edna Pike. So I know based on the org, if you go to cases, and we go to all open cases, Edna Frank has some cases in here, and we can see her email address. So you'll see here that we found her name, her email, her phone number, and these are the details that I wanted in the panel. So this is great. Now let's go ahead and let's check the status of a case. Okay, so we need to grab the case number. See, so we have 2 cases that are open. So let's go ahead with this one. You can see I've been doing a lot of testing. So you'll see that we have some information on the case as being working. There was some modifications made on the 10th, and would we like to do anything else? Let's go ahead and leave a comment on the case. And the comment that we would like to leave so we'll just add more detail is required. So now we'll see that that comment was added. And so if we go back to this case and we refresh it, we can see that our customer service agent left that message. So with that, we were able to create our Agentforce agent. We were able to use our flow that we built to verify the agent, as well as creating that custom action and then using some standard actions. Now, all that's left to do is really think about, one, we need to activate our agent, as well as when it comes to building the agent, a few things I want to leave you with is make sure that your instructions are very clear. As you are looking at the instructions, you want to ensure that you get the right level of detail for your agent. And as you're testing and building out your agent, start small, start with one custom component and build on it as you're using it so that you can really understand as you're debugging the actions and the reasoning, you can trace everything and make sure that it's providing everything that you need. So with that, I'm going to activate an agent and I'll pass it back to you, Jen. Thank you.
Excellent work, Nadina. Thank you for taking our audience through a practical use case and being our first guest on Automate with Agentforce.
Thank you so much for having me, Jen, and I look forward to all the other sessions that you will have.
Friends, in just 20 minutes, we've unlocked the potential of AI. So let's do a quick recap. Today, we just didn't talk about building a service agent with Agentforce. Nadina built one live, and we crafted a streamlined AI-powered agent demonstrating firsthand how to slash manual workloads and increase efficiency. Now, to ensure your Agentforce success, remember these key takeaways. Begin with laser-focused objectives. Structure your agent actions with precision and continuously iterate through based on user feedback. And for a deep dive, don't miss Nadina's blog post on admin.salesforce.com. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, bring this AI magic to your own org. We challenge you to dive into Agentforce today. Sign up for your free personalized dev org and unleash your creativity. Then share what you've built with the community. We want to see what incredible agents you build. And mark your calendars. Next month, we're back with a second installment of the series, where we'll explore even more ways to automate with Agentforce. Thank you for joining us on this exciting adventure, and I can't wait to see the amazing agents you create.